Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Rachel of Gathered Plans. I hope that you're doing well. This is like my fifth voiceover attempt. It has been quite a while since I have uploaded a plan with me, and even a couple of weeks can completely throw you off. At least for me, I feel like my voiceovers are a hot mess, or I have to do several takes to get it how I like it, because sometimes I just end up rambling and it's not a good time for me and for you. So I'm using this beautiful kit called Peace. It's from Miss and Meow. It's gorgeous. I love the Japanese elements and the cherry blossoms and the paper cranes. I love the colors, the watercolor, the silver foil, which is beautiful just because I don't use silver very often and it's very underrated, I feel like, all year round in general. And it's definitely like the underdog foil color, and I always end up loving how it looks because it's very elegant looking. And this was just such a perfect week to use this kit. However, I'm so bummed because I didn't realize that I picked up the ink swatches separately. And I was so excited to use them because I don't use the transparent matte ink swatches very often. And I felt like it would go with this kit very well because there's a lot of watercolor elements to it. And it arrived, I'm sure. It's just in my stack of Happy Mail that I haven't unboxed and hauled yet, or I just haven't put the stickers away and didn't like put it together with this kit. So sometimes that happens, like where I have a sheet, if I picked up a sheet separately when picking up the full kit, and I forget to put them together in my binder. So I forget I even have them. So I highly recommend, if you can afford it. Of course, I know this hobby is not cheap, but try to get your things together, because, or if you're just more organized, by all means. But I totally had a brain fart, and I would like to say I'm a pretty organized person, but I definitely had a brain fart, and I just got really excited to plan this week. One, I loved the kit so much, and two, it was such a fun-filled week, and there were just so many great things that happened this week and warranted this beautiful kit. So very bummed because, again, the colors were perfect to match this kit, but I'll definitely just try my best to just use it, for another kit. Hopefully some of the swatches match another kit that I have, but yeah, it is what it is. So with that, I do have a referral link for Miss and Meow, by the way. So I decided to do a horizontal or sideways sidebar. You might have seen I tried to pull in the bridge, but it was a little bit too crowded. I loved all the large clip art elements, but I can only fit so much in a sidebar column, and I didn't want it to look too overcrowded. And there was just there's that like fine line of making it too busy looking and like crowded, just like trying to throw everything on a page, and also just trying to still have some white space and some clean space. And I tried my hardest, but I'm a little bit bummed. I loved the bridge. I think it would have looked super pretty, but everything was so large. I feel like it would just been way too much. So with the date cover section, I decided to do something very simple and use the swatch date covers that came with the kit. You might have seen me putting the date dots down, and I accidentally put 19 down, like there were 8 days in a week, which there are not. And I ended up putting 19 on the this week swatch, so that 19 will live on that swatch forever, I guess. Um, but totally fine. I just didn't end up using it, but I was just going down the column of all the date covers on the sheet when I was putting the date dots down. I don't normally do that. I used to do that way back when I started planning, and it definitely brought me back to the days of putting the date dots down first. But since we've come so far with the date cover deco section, I kind of stopped doing that. But I think I'm going to continue to do it, and hopefully I don't make another brain fart like this, but it's fine. It's just one date number lost. So the date cover section, I unfortunately could not use that other corner torn paper just because it would not have like laid at the top right corner. It would have been upside down. So I didn't care for that look. So I just went ahead and just put a floral here instead. And I love the way the sidebar and the day cover section looks. It's so pretty. I love those, I forget what those are called. Those lanterns. I think they're so gorgeous. And I wanted to use them everywhere. And I'm glad that there were some smaller ones in the deco page, or on the deco page, and then the large ones, of course, that came with the kit and the clip art pieces. So with that being said, the day by day, I, I this is gonna Oh, hold on. Before I go there, I'm getting ahead because this was such a busy, fun week, and I'm just so excited. But I didn't end up having an extra column, of course, to add a full box. So instead, I put the quote full box on Thursday because it's a little bit more centered. And I just went ahead and had like 2 extra full boxes that I did not use. So I just picked out my favorite 6, and that's totally fine. So as you can tell by the title of this video, a lot happened this week. It was incredibly busy, and let's just get started. So my little sister graduated high school this week that I'm planning. She is 11 years younger than me, and that was quite a long, challenging, but very, very rewarding journey. And I'm so, so proud of her. And then our brother also flew in from Texas to see her graduate. So that was really cool. He stayed with me over that weekend. And then we just did a lot that weekend, right? Like we did Korean barbecue and just went to a couple of our favorite spots and lots of family quality time, like playing games, going on walks, spending time together, having a drink, like all that good stuff, chatting and catching up. And then we also went to the botanical garden that's local to us. It was incredibly gorgeous and so, so fun to go. A little bit hot, but still definitely worth it. And we got a lot of steps in that day and just got to see a lot of pretty things and took lots of family pictures. It was very, very nice. And that's also why I wanted to use this kit, because I felt like this kit had all of the botanical garden elements, but also it was still like a very nice spring and celebratory kit with the clip art pieces and the colors and flowers and lanterns. I just felt like it was still very like whimsical, celebratory, and I love paper cranes. I just feel like they remind me a lot of school. So paper cranes are very nostalgic and just make me happy. So I remembered growing up reading this book called Sadako and the Thousand Paper Cranes. It is such a good book, and it's basically a children's historical novel that is about a Japanese girl who folded over 1,000 cranes and continued to stay strong for the sake of her family because she was very sick. And it was definitely intense. I feel like for like a children's book, but I learned like a lot from it. I definitely um, I don't know, just it was such a impactful book for me and story. She had leukemia, which is a kind of blood cancer, and I really, really felt like um I don't know, I just remembered it being such a big part of my childhood. And then also to this day, like I still remember it. Every time I see a paper crane, that's immediately what I think about. And it just, I don't know, it gives me like all the feels, I guess. But I felt like this was such a perfect kit to use for this week for so many reasons, and I just think it was great because I didn't want to miss out on using a kit that gave me like botanical garden vibes because that was such a big part of the week. And then also I didn't have like a very specific graduation kit either, and I still wanted it to be spring and botanical garden and then like celebratory looking. So I feel like this definitely accomplished that for sure. So really quickly for the different dividers and washi trims, in the sidebar, the ink stroke is from Sadie Stickers, as well as the dainty dot and scallop. That was actually in a subscription kit, so I'm really glad that Alicia was able to bring that to the shop permanently. I was obsessed with it when I saw it, and I asked her, and I could not tell you how happy I am because I have so many sheets of those now. And then this squiggly divider here is from missandmeow. Absolutely gorgeous, one of my all-time favorite dividers ever. And then the, of course, really dainty dotted divider, that's from the Pretty Pink Co that I used throughout the week. So on Monday, took Jason on a walk, and then I had a phone screening with a recruiter actually for the company that I now work for and I started working for on July 3rd. And it was really nice. Like the whole process was very fast, and I'm very fortunate to have gotten the role as quickly as I did and gone through the whole process as quickly as I did. And it definitely was such a blessing and an awesome opportunity. So a little bit about like, I don't like to go into too much detail about what I do for work and company I work for because a lot of that stuff is very private, so I would appreciate if you guys, just kept it that way. I try to avoid answering questions in general, like related to work, because I do try to keep that part of my life very, very separate. However, I will say I did a lot of work with contracts prior to this. So with the contracting world, if you guys know, I'm sure some of you do contracting work, the lifespan is not very long. It can be, but it just really depends on the renewals and things like that. But I have worked for a lot of contracts, and they either um, get outbid or they get bought out by another company that does the work, et cetera, et cetera. But it was definitely time for a change for me. And it was kind of nearing that time for me to move on. And I'll just kind of leave it at that. But my current job, the one I just got. I'm very thankful for it. And I'm very, very excited. It is such a good opportunity for me for career growth and development, which I didn't have that kind of opportunity in the contracting world, because I feel like a lot of contracts are flat for development. So it is what it is, right? So I had that phone screening. I also had some time to do some planning. I trained back in biceps, and then also hit 10K steps. I was chatting with Lauren of Plan over on Instagram. Sometimes we'll just, chat there, whether it's in a group chat with me and Tay, or just like her and I, or individually with Tay. It's just really nice to go, back and forth and chat, just because I feel like I haven't spoken to them in quite some time because we've all been really busy. At the bottom of Tuesday, I accidentally put that dainty dot and scallop upside down. And throughout the week, I was putting it down correctly. And then this is the one time it's upside down. Honestly, I'm not going to change it just because it's one of three that I used, and it's the one in the middle that's upside down, so it's fine. Okay, so Tuesday I wanted to mark Tay's birthday. I used that with a Polaroid, and then one of the corner rectangles, wrong shape, and that is from the Gathered Layers collection. I will switch out that balloon though, just because even though the colors match perfectly and I don't get to match that balloon very often, I forgot that there were icons that came with this kit. I hate when I do that. Like, some kits offer icons, or some shops offer icons with their kits, and it's usually Crafts by Towie and Missing Meow that I've like learned to love and really use like religiously. But I always forget because I'm so used to pulling my own icons from my collection that I totally forgot. But you'll see later. I think I noticed on Thursday, and then I went back and replaced some, so it's fine. Okay, took Jace on a walk, and then I got myself a pedicure appointment this day. I really needed one, and I just wanted some time to myself. So that was a very, very nice, like, day date for myself. And then did a leg workout afterwards, and then also we grabbed Chipotle for dinner. I think I had like a gift card for my birthday that I wanted to use, so I definitely took advantage of that. And I think the first time I tried to use it, unfortunately, that location was not accepting gift cards at the time, so I was really bummed about that. And you obviously don't find out until you've already gotten your food at the end. So I was like, wow, okay, whatever. Like, it's fine. But I still wanted to go and get my free Chipotle bowl, so I got that another time. So on Wednesday, did a Starbucks run. I love this like coffee cup set with the heart. I think it's so cute. Like, the steam out of the coffee is like making a heart. That's from White Deer Stationery. And then here, I'll switch out later, but I had a Apple Watch here, but I pull in a tennis shoe from the kit to mark that I did cardio and shoulders this day. Also spoke to one of my best friends, and then I also did my little sister's nails, and I wanted to mark Jess's birthday of Panda Bird Design. So her and Tay's birthdays are right next to each other, and I wanted to have one at the top and bottom so that there was like balance throughout the spread. I didn't want them to be right next to each other because I like to mark my birthdays very grand, and they tend to be a little bit more like bulky and busy. So I didn't want them right next to each other. I hope that makes sense. And here I am noticing that I didn't use the icons that came with the kit. So I am switching out these balloons. I'm going to switch out that watch and put this tennis shoe. And I'm pretty sure that's all I could do for the first half of the week. But for the second half, I was a lot more conscious. Gosh, that's a hard word to say. I was trying to be a little bit more aware, right? So yeah, took Jason on a walk, and then here I'm using one of those corner doily circles. That's from the Gathered Layers collection. Again, the intent of that is so you don't have to use a full circle behind it, and you just get that little detail to give you that layered look, and it doesn't make your sticker bumpy. So obsessed with them, love them, been using them so much, and I can't hype them up enough. Definitely check that out. I'm pretty sure it is in Jess's shop, Panda Bird Design, permanently. So here I am trimming the blue border from this like um, foiled outlined box from the kit, just so I can layer it over this. It gave me that look of putting a midi box in there, but in order to really achieve the look, I had to trim all the excess border because it was too thick, and I wanted that watercolor torn paper look in the back. So highly recommend doing that if you have boxes that come with kits. Just use a ruler and an X-Acto knife or scissors and just trim the excess border, and that'll give you like a more dainty looking midi box without the excess border like look, Uploaded a plan with me, did a chest and tricep workout. I'm pretty sure I did sprints or I ran. I can't remember, but I usually do intervals on my treadmill. Why did I say it like that? And then I gave Jace a bath and also painted my nails. And then I used the nail polish icon that came with the kit. So I was trying to be very, very mindful of that. On Friday, I'm going to be doing a lot of switching around here because here is when all of the fun activities and festivities begin. So Friday, grabbed Starbucks. I'm pretty sure I got some for my sister as well. And then I did my little sister's makeup and we went and took her pictures for like, just individual pictures. I'm pretty sure we went to like this really pretty walkway with a bunch of trees and like landscape around that was just gorgeous. So I wanted to take photos of her there just with her, with her whole gown set up. And Alicia of Sadie Stickers was super amazing and she made uh, H Chamorro, which is Guam and Filipino flag sash, like a half and half sash, which came out so perfect, and it looked so good. It just matched because like her school colors are red, red and white, I think. So it really matched perfectly. And yeah, so we took pictures, and then we went to her graduation, and she graduated um at a stadium, not stadium, at an arena. I forget. They changed the name. They've changed the name of it since I went to college there. So a lot of like local high schools will rent out that large arena to have and host graduations. So they've since changed the name of the building, which makes me a little bit sad because one, it's showing how much I'm aging, and then two, it's like time flies, and I liked the old name better, you know? Okay, anyways, so Greg and I grabbed lunch at Baker's Crust afterwards. So my sister had dinner with her dad's side of the family first on Friday, and then she had dinner with my mom and us, like our side of the family, on Saturday. So I forget what happened. Oh yeah, it was freaking hailing and raining, and it was so bad. It was like perfectly beautiful one day or in the morning, and then just like downpour right after the graduation. So I'm really glad like we made it in time to get into our cars, but traffic was awful getting back home. So Greg and I looked like we were just done with it and over it. So we just went to get lunch at Baker's Crust and just we were also hangry, and it was a hot mess. And then that same afternoon I accepted my new job. So I did a phone screening Monday. I did the formal interview on Wednesday. That was the earliest I could do it, and then got offered the job Thursday and accepted after, of course, some negotiations and stuff on Friday. So that was really cool. I put in my notice this day, and it's can't believe it's already been 2 weeks. Time really flies, but that was really cool. It was a very very packed day. And so on Saturday, took Jason on a walk with my brother, my older brother, and then had my massage appointment. I totally forgot I had it, but this was actually the last day my masseuse was working here at this what do you guys call it? A massage parlor? Yeah, at this parlor, I don't know. But she's moving like out of state. So I was so sad, and I definitely did not want to miss out on it. So got my last massage with her, and now I got to go and find a new masseuse. So it's fine. It's fine. I truly hate finding like new doctors, new hairstylists, whatever it is. Like it sucks. You get so close and reliant on that person, which is also problematic, I guess, now that I say it out loud. But it's just a whole thing trying to find someone new and get acclimated to a new person, and you got to learn their ways, they got to learn your ways, and yeah. Okay, so massage, we went to the botanical garden with my family. That was very, very nice, and it was gorgeous. Absolutely loved it. Oh, I just realized I actually used scallop, that scallop and dainty dot divider a lot more. I should probably flip the one on Tuesday because it doesn't match. By the way, I rushed to get my nails done before we went and traveled to Pennsylvania this past weekend to finish this video, and I didn't realize how like perfect my nails matched. These nails only lasted like 5 days because I accidentally broke one while we were on vacation. Because we were playing like lots of like fun drinking games and playing sports and just, roughhousing. It was definitely a party like 4th of July party weekend up in Pennsylvania. And then it was also Greg's like dad's 60th birthday celebration too. So anyways, after the botanical garden, we grabbed Korean barbecue. and my mom made cassava cake after as well, which was so delicious and perfect. And on Sunday, I chatted with my older brother. It was just really nice to chat and catch up. And Jace got 2 walks that day. My mom cooked chicken adobo, and we watched 2 movies. We watched Turning Red and then the Black Mirror episode, or yeah, episode called Joan is Awful. Love it so much. Alexis from Schitt's Creek is in it. I forget her real name. I'm so bad, but she's awesome. And then also shopped for stickers this night. So that was a lot of like me time and relaxing. And it was just a really, really packed week. And I love planning weeks like this. I know Lauren talks about it a lot where she prefers to plan weeks that have more fun things going on because it makes like more exciting voiceover. It makes for a more exciting voiceover, right? So I totally feel her on that. So anyways, here are the leftover stickers. I hope that you enjoyed this. I had so much fun planning this. I just wish I had the ink swatches and I didn't let them go to waste, but it's fine. We will move on. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Comment below something fun and big or exciting or something that you really enjoyed that happened in the month of June. I would love to read them and just start a conversation. So thanks so much again. Take care. I hope that you're doing well, and I'll chat with you later. Bye.